Good evening, Lake Orion. How is everybody? I hope well. I'm your host. My name's Ian Witherspoon, and I am Between Taorminas. Welcome to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Boys?
Pat Ronan.
Pat Ronan's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I wonder what tricks we have up our sleeves for him.
Yes, I wonder.
Yeah. Maybe this episode?
Maybe.
Maybe not?
Maybe not.
Maybe a future episode?
Maybe.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
We'll see. We'll let the program just roll along, see what happens. So where should we begin today?
Let's start with the NFL. If I'm Roger Goodell, I'd be like, yay! I had a great week in ratings.
Unless you love offense.
Unless you love defense.
Unless you have defense.
Yeah, it's true.
Because defense did not win any games.
So you got the matchups are set. Baltimore, New England, and then San Francisco and Atlanta. What do you think?
I love it. I think Baltimore is going to get revenge on New England. Here's why. Because you got to look at what the Ravens have. You know, they got a good defense. Ray Lewis is back. You know, they got Terrell Suggs. They got Ed Reed. I like their matchup, especially against Brady, because that defense was not healthy when they played in Week 3. And now you put in New England. Now you got Brady. Sure, you got Brady. But I think Ed Reed's going to have a big, big day in this matchup.
Ed Reed, huh?
And also, they got an offense. Joe Flacco, Torrey Smith, you know
Inconsistent offense, and I think a lot of the,
Rice, yeah.
you know, I'll be flat honest. I think Denver's defense is better than New England's, but I do think that it's going to come down to Baltimore's offense and Joe Flacco. I feel that the defense can hold their own against Tom Brady. Problem is, it's in New England, and history repeats itself.
They should have won last year.
History repeats itself.
They did outplay the Patriots last year. Now let's get back to that Denver-Baltimore game.
Probably one of the more classic games
What
I've ever
happened
seen.
there?
When you give up a 70-yard touchdown
With
pass
30
with
seconds
about 30
to go.
seconds left to go in the game, you deserve to lose. Denver deserved to lose that game. And also, why would you take a knee?
Why?
With 31 seconds left.
And 2 timeouts.
And you had 2 timeouts. And Peyton Manning as your quarterback? Are you kidding me?
Seems a bit strange, doesn't it?
It is.
How does Peyton Manning not say, screw that, we're not taking a knee, we're playing football? You know, he's done that before.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of age. I think you look at maybe he's not as young as he used to be.
Peyton Manning is not very good in cold weather.
Well, he went to the wrong place,
He went to the wrong place.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, interesting. Maybe his neck bolts were tightening up.
But, I mean, you got to give credit to Baltimore's offense, too, because Baltimore's offense came out ready to play in that game. And ever since the firing of the offensive coordinator there in Baltimore, Flacco's really gone off and become a better quarterback. But going into the New England game, I think it's going to come down to Baltimore's offense. If Baltimore's offense does not do well, they're going to get killed. Yeah. No matter how. I mean, even with the defense, you know, Tom Brady's Tom Brady. I mean, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady.
Brady's do have a bad game. If you look at it here, Baltimore has the defense that can stop him. You know what I mean? They did it to him a couple years ago. They destroyed New England in Foxborough. If there's one team that can go into Foxborough and win, it's the Baltimore Ravens.
So can the 49ers, too.
Yes, San Fran went in there. Any coach named Harbaugh.
Actually, so can the Cardinals. Didn't the Cardinals win this year in Foxborough?
I think so.
Pat, fact check. Pardon? Oh, I think he said yeah. Anyway, so okay, so that we've got the makings of another classic on our hands, though, right? Tom Brady doing his thing, Patriots offense having another great year. Ray Lewis's last season. Last game he had 17 tackles.
Right. I like Baltimore.
You like Baltimore?
Yep.
I think New England wins this game over Baltimore. I really do think that, I think that New England has had, they did beat Houston. I just think that they're very tough to beat in Foxborough despite those losses. They're very tough.
I like Baltimore, though, because their defense is solid. Ray Rice can have a field day against New England, some run defense.
Switching to the NFC, how about the fact that there has never been a bigger home underdog than the Atlanta Falcons?
Atlanta's like a Superman's Clark Kent, poor man's Clark Kent. They're the biggest underdog. Nobody's getting a chance against the 49ers. Well, you know what, Matt Ryan? Your season's gonna be done. It'll be done. I know you got a good home record, but this is the San Francisco 49ers. This is Colin Kaepernick, Frank Gore. They're gonna run the option on you. They're going to run it down your throats, and they're going to win by 3 scores.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Over, under. Colin Kaepernick, 181 rushing yards.
Over.
Over?
Over.
Oh.
I think that that this is a very dangerous matchup for Atlanta. Atlanta has not seen a team like San Francisco, but it's also a good opportunity. It's a very good opportunity for Atlanta to see where. And they could possibly upset the 49ers,
They're at home.
They're at home. They do a lot better at home. The thing is, San Francisco, they have veterans, established veterans.
They're young, too, Sam.
Atlanta, they're young, but they also got some veterans, too. Crabtree, for one, is a vet.
Well, a couple of years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This matchup, is it intriguing at all? Does anything about Atlanta intrigue you guys? Like, is this...
Well, Matt
would you much rather see the Seahawks play the Niners?
Yeah, I would have seen it. I was disappointed.
It's your classic David versus Goliath matchup. I mean, San Francisco's seen as the David and Atlanta's seen as the Goliath. The question is, can Goliath beat David? History has said Goliath beats David, but the thing is, I don't know if it happens here.
I like San Fran by
Though
3
Atlanta
scores.
is the higher seed.
All right.
I like San Fran blowout.
So it's the Niners. And the Ravens.
In the Ravens. Harbaugh Bowl.
The Harbaugh Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Puke. I don't want to see I don't like the Ravens or the Falcons.
How about the 49ers?
Yeah, I know. I don't like the Ravens. I don't like the.
You said Falcons.
I don't like the Ravens, though. I want both those teams to go bye-bye. I want to see Patriots, 49ers.
Harbaugh's 49ers.
Yes, but there's also Harbaugh with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that Harbaugh or his team.
I think the 49ers will win Atlanta, but you never know. If Atlanta wins,
well, you both got 49ers and Patriots.
That's what I'm saying.
I got 49ers and Ravens.
All right, let's bet on it.
No, I'm not taking that risk. Last time we did this, I had to wear a Patriots gear. Get that hand off.
How about if I win, you got to wear Red Wings gear?
No. I'm already taking care of a wager with Mr. Dan Haas of Scripps.
Oh boy! Principal. All right. Well, we'll leave that for off air. All right. When we come back, we're going to speak about something that has to do with sports.
And Pat Ronan.
Maybe.
Prescription drug abuse is a national epidemic. The new way to obtain drugs is through parents' or grandparents' medicine chests. Removing prescriptions from your cabinet is the best way to keep drugs out of the hands of our young people. We've got to work together to protect our teens, our seniors, and our environment. Clean out your medicine cabinet today. Please participate in Operation Medicine Cabinet and drop off your unwanted or expired prescriptions at one of our law enforcement drop-off sites in Oakland County. We can't ignore this situation anymore.
We want a Habitat home.
I love working on my Habitat home.
Soy dueño de una casa de Habitat.
My neighbor is a Habitat homeowner.
Being a Habitat homeowner has changed our lives.
My mortgage payment for Habitat is less than what I pay for rent.
Habitat for Humanity of Oakland County currently has homes available with mortgage payments lower than most rent payments. If you or someone you know needs decent and affordable housing, call 248-338-1843 or visit our website at habitatoakland.org.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television.
I'm just watching that director's thing very carefully because we know a Pat that he controls things here. Pat, isn't it? Let's discuss the next topic, which is the NBA, the Pistons. They've been doing all right lately, but there's a lot of empty seats.
Yes. Sam, you're going to need to scooch closer.
What do you think?
Well, I think there's a huge problem with the audience, with the attendance, and I blame Karen Davison for all the problems here. Because the Pistons haven't sold out the Palace. I don't understand why they're giving out free tickets to go to games. You know what I mean? I don't know why nobody's virtually showed up to Auburn Hills, Michigan, and I blame Karen Davison for all that.
Well, they're not good.
And also they're not good. But she's the reason why they're not good.
She kind of left the organization hang for about 2 years.
Right.
Do you notice, too, during games, I noticed during the ownership of Tom Gores, I believe it is, that they play music while the Pistons are playing their possession right now.
Yep.
I think it's a distraction. I don't like it.
You don't care for it?
Well, I don't like that they're playing the music because
Right.
I think it's, it is distracting and,
You're going to get pumps them up, gets them going a little bit?
Really does it? I don't think it does.
I don't play on
I wouldn't play music at all during an NBA game because
Never?
Never.
Not during a timeout?
Well, during timeouts, yeah, that's different. But not during when the home team has the ball on the court.
Sure.
But also the fact that there's virtually nobody in the attendance at the Palace anyway, because this team is not that good because of they can't. I don't know what the heck the problem is with this team because they don't get anybody in the seats, and it's frustrating. It's bad.
Think it has a lot to do with the economy?
Yeah, the economy is one of them, but I just think that
But we know when the team's good, people go.
Team's good, people goes.
Isn't that sad? It's a sad thing. There's no diehard Detroit fans out here. There is none.
Oh, you. Pipe down. Go to Colorado, you bum.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right, listen.
Thank you.
Here's the deal. Who's exciting to watch on this team right now?
Besides Andre Drummond and Greg Monroe.
Nope, include them.
I'm going to say Andre Drummond.
Andre Drummond is
he's
exciting.
very exciting to watch, I think.
Sure. Anybody else?
I think Greg Monroe.
He can be exciting.
He can be exciting. But the thing is,
There's no superstar.
The thing is with this team.
How about Will Bynum? He's doing very well.
They got to
Will
trade
Bynum
some pieces.
is a bench player.
They got to trade some.
You're not going to pack the house to watch a bench player.
You got to trade some pieces.
Unless your name's Tim Tebow.
I think if you look at this team, I think that there's some pieces that they can trade. You know what I mean? To maybe get. There's some of them that I don't think are very good. I look at a couple players like I think Rodney Stuckey needs to be traded. You know what I mean?
You think so?
I think he does. And then
What about Charlie V?
Charlie Villanueva,
Tayshaun
Prince maybe. But I think Charlie Villanueva is another trade piece that's got to go. I think if you look at it here, the NBA is so much about show, and that it's terrible.
Well, blame David Stern for that. Blame David Stern for the culture of the NBA. I mean, you look at the San Antonio Spurs, for example. You look at how you got a stupid lawyer from Miami wanting to sue the Spurs, all because the Spurs made a wise decision to send home their 3 best players for that one game against Miami. That's a great coaching decision, in my opinion, by the Spurs. The Spurs should not be faulted for the decisions they make. And they should not be bashed by some stupid idiot, namely David Stern, and some idiot because of it's the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I agree with you. That I think San Antonio's gotten good. They're always been good. Then
why discipline them over the
I don't know why. I mean, they deserve to be disciplined.
I don't remember seeing any of these people at Palace or at the games. Aren't we talking about the Pistons and the empty seats? How about Miami and the stupid Spurs? Come on.
Yeah.
Let's focus here, boys. Get back on track.
Yeah, well, what would you do if the Pistons, if they did the same thing to the Pistons?
They don't have a star to sit, though. They don't have 3 stars to sit. No. That's the point. They don't have a star.
The point is the NBA sucks. It sucks.
Yeah.
I agree.
No
NBA
argument
awful.
there.
No, the NBA is awful. They are just They just want to put in.
I know there's kids that like the NBA and all that, but
Sure,
I mean, it's
but those people live in Miami, L.A., Chicago,
I know
New
that
York.
there's people that that don't like my opinion about it. But I mean, if you look at it, the NBA has changed so much. It used to be an all defensive, like oriented.
It's got to come back.
It's got to come back. And I mean, and as long as David Stern is individualizing these certain players, it's not going to come back.
Well,
it's the truth.
Was the league not the same when the Pistons won their championship?
It was great when the Pistons won it. It
but
was
that
great
was
when
because
the Spurs won it.
The Pistons were good.
No,
they still
it's
had their
not
stars,
just that.
though. They still had their stars. The NBA still had the stars. It was still a star-driven league in those days. Shaq and Kobe, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It got worse after Miami.
Yeah,
after Miami won the first championship.
That was the that was the epicenter of trash. You know what I mean? Of star building.
NBA is awful.
And you look at the Clippers, look at the Lakers,
they don't focus
look at
on
the Knicks.
team concepts. They focus on stupid individual things.
Sure.
I mean, it's okay to have my opinions.
No, it's all right. You gonna be all right?
I think if you look at it here, the NBA is corrupt. I really do.
Well, of course. Sure. So, can the Pistons become relevant in this league?
No.
They can.
You weren't gonna let me finish?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Could they become relevant in this league, building the team the way Joe Dumars did the first time they had their great run?
No.
Team-oriented, defense-oriented, no.
Because it's all one player, and it's all because
So
of
they need a star.
one crazy owner. No, it's because
What do the Pistons need to be relevant?
they need to get people back in the seats.
How do they do that? A star, a good team,
They need a good team.
but do you build the good team through team or through the star?
Through team. They
Through
need
the
to build it through team.
Do you think that will happen? Do you think they can
I
do it?
don't think that'll happen because as long as Joe Dumars is in charge of that team,
You don't trust him?
I don't think the Pistons are going to be good for a long time.
So Joe D's got to go
Yes.
I'm the
after this
opposite.
season. Huh?
I'm the opposite. I think they can. It's got to start now.
Now's a good time.
Yeah.
Now's a good time. All right. Well, now is also a good time to possibly wrap this baby up. Any final thought? You want to yell some more about Stern?
No.
You want to yell about Stern?
Stern's a crybaby and a loser. He needs to go.
You're not going to get much argument.
Let's just go to break.
All right. Break time. Here on this show. Between.
Please remember that CFL bulbs, those curly, energy-efficient light bulbs everybody is using to save electricity, shouldn't be thrown away in your trash. Neither should batteries or home medical sharps. You can check with your local community to see where they can be recycled. Some retailers will allow you to bring them in for recycling. You can also order simple kits online that allow you to collect your recyclables and simply mail them away to be properly recycled. This green tip was brought to you by your friends at Waste Management.
Can't make it out to the 3rd annual ONTV Feed Our Fish food drive? Well, you still can contribute. Surf on over to our website at orionontv.org and donate $5 through PayPal. Just click on the Feed Our Fish banner on our homepage, then click on the yellow Donate button. Every dollar goes directly to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. So donate and tune in on Saturday, February 9th from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. right here on ONTV, Comcast Channel 10, and Uverse Channel 99.
Hey now, welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television. Boy, we have got a real barn burner here of a topic, and that topic is Lance Armstrong. Now let me say something here before we get into Lance. Is Lance happy or is Lance sad about the news with Manti Te'o that is breaking today? Is he happy or sad?
He's sad.
Why? Because his Oprah special is...
His Oprah special? Who watches Oprah? Why?
Because she's a wonderful woman.
Yeah, oh my goodness. You have to pay to get her own network. Are you kidding me? Oprah!
All right, anyway.
Like what? Martha Stewart.
I don't like Martha Stewart. That's your brother's favorite.
Bots. No. All right, anyway, let's get to the point here.
All right.
Lance Armstrong, people looked up to him, people revered him. This is your typical amazing fall from grace.
Sure.
Lance Armstrong admitted he doped. He should look at himself in the mirror Yes, he already has. Should be ashamed of himself.
Yeah.
He really.
It's his fault.
And the thing was, if you notice the interview that Oprah gave on CBS News.
Oh.
She said that Lance Armstrong revealed it in a very different way. What I mean different is he said it like he wanted to say it. Lance Armstrong is and always will be a manipulator. He manipulated everything. Everything. Even the cancer story.
He's a disgrace, Lance Armstrong is. That's what he is. He is a disgrace.
Disgrace is not manipulator would be a good word.
Disgrace.
He's a disgraceful manipulator.
You can read through. I mean, he's just a classic manipulator. He screwed over several people in lawsuits.
Sure.
Very defensive. Anytime he would be very defensive about this topic, it's just a lot. It's a setting and stages of a manipulator.
Knowing how much of a manipulator and how disgraceful he is, honestly, is he happy or is he sad that his time in the limelight is taken by Manti Te'o? Because I think the Te'o story is going to be bigger because it's just breaking. We've been dealing with Lance Armstrong for a while now, and Te'o plays football. Football is definitely a bigger sport than...
He'll be a Lion, though. Don't worry about it. He'll be a Lion.
No, he won't be. Anyways, here's the thing. If you look at cycling, the way that it does, I mean, they try to justify it by you have to take drugs in order to, cross the prairie mountains, and you have to, in order to be more active on the cycle. I think cycling as a whole needs to look at itself in the mirror.
Sure.
It really does.
I think Notre Dame needs to take a good hard gander in the mirror as well.
You love that Manti Te'o story, don't you?
I think it's going to be very interesting, our discussion we have next week about it, because it's just coming out today. Anything else you want to say about either? No. Armstrong? Te'o?
Disgrace.
Years?
All right. All right.
We'll find out in a minute for call-outs over when we talk about manipulators.
Get to work.
All right. We have your manipulators. We have your disgraces. At the same time, we have you're wanting to fix your image and clean your image. Mel Gibson. Why? Simple. You want to clean your image. You talk about wanting to fix your image, especially you've been criticized a lot. Bottom line is you don't even play a villain in movies. Mel, I think it's good to play a villain in movies. You look at Liam Neeson in Taken. He plays a good guy, but yet in Batman he plays a villain. Mel Gibson, you just need to learn. You need to learn.
You need to be a villain.
You just got to learn. It's okay to be a villain in movies. Look at me. I play both. I could play both.
Family Guy was a villain.
I play both a hero and a villain.
Let's ask women and Jewish people if they think he's a villain.
Yeah.
Let's ask the police officers of America.
Yeah. But Mel, enough playing the hero in movies. My next call out.
Please.
Man, you gotta love my
You're a big Jodie Foster fan. That's why you call out Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Oh, shut up. All right, my next call out involves a group of fans out there from Detroit. Red Wing fans.
Oh, boy.
You know why? Simple. It's simple. All right. It's simple. You need to really spread your influence. I know hockey season's coming up this weekend, and it starts with St. Louis for the Wings. At the same time, Wings fans need to really look at and spread out their influences. Will they make the playoffs? I don't know.
We only have for the past 21 years.
Red Wing fans?
Mitch wasn't even born when they made the playoffs 2 years.
It's my call out. Let me speak my call out.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Red Wing fans, look at it. You just got to spread your influences. You got to like other teams. Hey, I'm a proud Colorado Avalanche fan. So
yeah,
just spread your influences and like other teams. Thanks.
Well, my first call out here, of course, basketball player on Orion. I have a huge issue with this. I have a huge issue with this apparel. His name's Chaz Miller. Chaz Miller, why? Let's look at it. Let's look at it here. Last night, you wore rainbow socks. Why did you wear rainbow socks during a game? I understand you had 25 points last night, but rainbow socks? Are you kidding me? Jeez. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm flabbergasted over that one. My next call out, of course, my next call out, of course, this guy has a huge issue with music. Music! Not Madonna. Name is Curtis Etherton. Curtis Etherton, why? Let's look at the music here. Why in the world are you playing oldies music before a freshman game? I understand that you got yelled at. I understand that. But oldies music during a freshman game? Come on, man. Why? 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 Unbelievable. I mean, like, Curtis Etherton.
Train wreck.
You know, you're known as the Train Wrecks. They're the nickname for you guys this year. It's called the Acme Train Wrecks, led by the real Acme Train Wreck, and that is you. And then, okay, my last call out here. Of course, I've had a huge issue with this person. I think she needs to fall off a cliff. Name is Michelle Griswold. Michelle Griswold, why? That picture right there. You know, that's what the Red Wings should be when they play the Dallas Stars every year. Miss Grizzy, I know you're a big Red Wings fan, and I know you don't like me. You know, this is how it is. If this is how it's going to be, I know the Dallas Stars are going to beat Detroit and make the playoffs this year. And of course, we all know the Detroit Red Wings this year is like that image of Wile E. Coyote. He's going to get ready to fall down a cliff. They will not make the playoffs. I'm done.
Do you realize you've been spewing this crap since 7th grade when we had Michelle Griswold?
Yeah.
Every year since the Wings have made the playoffs. What have the Stars done?
I haven't made them 4 years. Why? I have optimism because I have Ray Whitney and Yami Yager.
Oh. Wow. Is either one of those under 40? Are either one of those two guys under the age of 40?
No.
Is Dominic Kostic playing goal too?
Nope.
Who's the coach? Jack Demers or something?
Glenn Dawson. He's a good guy.
Oh, God. All right. Anything else you guys want to throw in here to cap off another week?
Spread your influences like hockey. Also, Pat Ronan, you're sad.
Go Stars. Go Stars, go.
What, are you copying from the Jets now?
Nope.
Go Jets, go?
Nope. Stars are going to make the playoffs this year. You just watch, guaranteed.
You need a towelette or something, a moist towelette?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we're all set here. Good?
Pat Ronan,
good.
Bye.
All right. Maybe Pat lives to see another week.
No. For now, he lives to see another week.
Yeah. For now.
For next week,
all right.
Who knows?
Grab my hand.
No.
All right. Goodbye. All right. Patty cakes.